Alright, time for the round one game of this month's REV GP. Running back for Consonance, and opponent is also on a very rampy deck, so I think they're even, they go even bigger than me, so I'm actually on the beatdown this time. And they're on the draw, and this hand's fine. So I keep this, and then I guess I hope to get to Archon into Skoltha. So the main thing I'm worried about from their deck is they're running a bunch of Chronicles. So I need to worry about this card, assuming it loads in. Yeah, I need to worry about this card, and I need to worry about wait, am I? Oh yeah, I actually rolled higher. And I need to worry about oops. Wait, I didn't know that did that. Wait, well, anyways, and I need to worry about this card. But yeah, I should make the image. I should make the window a bit bigger. Anyways, turn one, redeveloped, pass. Probably pitching Nascent Lightning. And that gets me all basics. Root Fossil, okay, sure. I need to do this end of turn. Do I? Yeah, sure. I guess I get rid of Nascent Lightning here. Grab Forest, find Plains, and let's see. Another Archon. Okay, well, I run out Star Studded and hope that it connects. So I don't think they actually have that much ways of stopping. Like they have they have 4 Mad Dorks in their deck. Otherwise, they can't stop us from connecting. And it seems like they can't. Yeah, it seems like they don't have the thing that they need. All right, I'm swinging here, and this goes through. Which means that I don't actually have much to do with a Mad this turn. God picking does nothing. I'm hoping to top deck a land next turn so I can slam my 5 drops. Archon has no target. Yeah, I just have to pass here, which is unfortunate. They crack Root Fossil and then they also go up to 4 mana next turn. And they match up in All That Remains, which they can use from the graveyard. They have plenty of graveyard stuff, so that's something I need to worry about. So what am I hoping mostly? I'm hoping that they drop a creature, but they don't actually have creatures at that part of their curve. They have Chris. Did they miss with this? Huh, I guess they missed with Root Fossil. That's quite unfortunate for them. So I guess they're going for Root Fossil number 2. I don't have Grave Hate main, so I can't stop their surfacing from happening. But I mean, Started going to connect again, I think. So that at least. So then I can slam Basilia next turn, and then hopefully get Skilsa down the turn afterwards if I draw out the land I need. Yep, they're just letting me smack them. I mean, is Basilia the correct thing to play? Archon has no targets still, so I guess I just get Basilia into play and then start trying to do, and then just start doing stuff here. This thing will be swinging for 9 next turn. So they could Chronicles of Extinction, and that'd be really bad because that kills both my things. In fact, maybe I should play around that. Yeah, Chronicle would be really bad for me. No, not really bad. It'd be relatively bad for me because it clears my board, and then I don't have a good play next turn because Archon has no targets still. Honestly, maybe I should just be running less Archons in general because I keep getting to these games where this thing just has no good targets. It only blesses creatures, right? It only hits creatures, so it only hits creatures. So if opponent doesn't have big creatures, this card's kind of useless. I mean, it's still 4/4, but okay, yeah, they have the thing. Well, yeah, but I mean, if I draw a land here, this would be good. I don't draw land. I can't actually play Archon because my colors don't work out, right? Okay, yeah, I have to run out Sunsoaker and hope that this does enough. Also, the main problem is that a bunch of their top end is stuff that can't gone picking because it's all just stuff from hand. Okay, they have Skelsa now. Yeah, I guess do I pitch my own Skelsa? I could Archon this Skelsa. Do I pitch my own Skelsa right now? I don't need this many Archons, right? I just pitch one of the Archons for now. Chronicle of Awakening, yep. Oh, and it blows up my land. Cool. I guess that happens. And that actually screws me out of all my colors. Yeah, this is, no, I still get to Gone picking the Skelsa. Or, do I get the Archon? No, I don't get the Archon Skelsa. I still get to Gone picking it, at least, which is not the worst thing in the world, I guess. But, yeah, this is not good for me. I could have actually pitched the Skelsa and then gotten a Skelsa off on theirs, which would start emptying out all their plays. So is Gone picking the best thing to be doing? I can play Archon flipped onto their Skelsa, which at least prevents Skelsa from coming back when they try to unearth that thing. Well, I would need to go on picking, and then do I actually have any good plays here? Like the problem is also like these things are in the graveyard and they're going to get enough mana eventually where they can start casting this and it just blows up on my lands and then I have no plays left over. I can't let Skilta stick around, but yeah, I'm just worried about Second Chronicles blowing me out. If I'm worried about Second Chronicles, I should just be playing out Archon instead. Like how many Gaunt picking targets are there's a decent number of Gaunt picking targets. There's way less Archon targets. Yeah, I think I just play Archon flips then, if that's what I'm going to do. And then hope that works out for me. They could just have multiple skill sets, and they're getting pretty close to Chronicle mana now. They're going to what? Discard Mana Harvester? Okay, all that remains. Yep. And they're definitely going off somehow. What do I even have in the sideboard? I have a bunch of I have 2 lanterns, but I don't think that's enough to do much because I need consistent Grave Hate. I don't just want one shot Grave Hate. Okay, and that's Chronicles. Yeah, that's flashback mana for next turn. I guess that's getting exiled then, because I have nothing better to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I exile this, they still don't have Chronicles mana just yet. They have Chronicles mana if they find a land. And okay, they're also doing that. Sure. What do I get? Nascent Light Vein. I mean that's white mana. I can't really complain here too much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana. I can do Gaunt picking into Star Studded. That's really the best I can do here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like they can definitely find a 9th land, and then I have to deal with these guys again. Can I remove both their things? Not really. I can actually flip Star Studded into Gaunt picking, but then that doesn't give me Skiltha mana. Or actually, it does give me Skiltha mana for next turn. Also, yeah, I probably should have discarded Skiltha because then I could have gone Skiltha to do both things this turn. Which still wouldn't have been great, which still wouldn't have been that good, but at least it gets me off better than whatever is happening right now. Okay, so I need them to whiff on land drops, and they have this thing, so like I need them to not hit lands in the top 3 cards of their deck, and also just hit nothing else good. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for here. But like I guess it's probably doable. I think playing Star Studded Flip just makes me lose way harder to Chronicles, but like I lose Chronicles anyways, but I don't think it matters. So Chronicles, so like it play started flipped onto the swamp, play Gaunt picking, get rid of Cryptolab, and then just have mana and have Skeleton mana if Sunsoaker survives. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I really have better, yeah, I need to do it like this. Good thing Gaunt picking at least isn't double pipped, so that makes everything a lot easier for me. Okay, come on, don't they hit a land. But they're all both tap lands. That's something. No, they can just keep milling. Okay, just keep hitting tap lands, please. That's an untap land. Yeah, I can't win this anymore. So yeah, what I needed to do that turn was playing Vasile there was a very losing play. I didn't play around Chronicles at all. I probably should have, like, if I wanted to play Vasile, I should have just flipped it right away because that plays around Chronicles. And they're just going to blow up all my lands. Fine. Whatever. Yeah, so Guy Lantern, how many artifacts and enchantments do they have? Not that many, which is actually kind of annoying because actually they have enough where I'm willing to bring in Club Promoter and like Skiltha too. And Hostage Situation because I need to blow out their big plays. And then what do I not want? Archon's was garbage that game. Probably isn't that good. So I need to start cutting stuff in the 3 drop slot. I guess I can cut some Flinching Titans. Drop picking is usually good. And then like I probably cut one of the Planeswalker. No, I'd probably cut one of the enchantment. I don't want to cut enchantments right now. Do I need to like cut down on my ramp? That feels incredibly incorrect. I want all my Grand Constances. Star Studdeds were good. Maybe I don't actually need this many skill sets. This still feels incorrect, but like maybe it's slightly worth it. They have like graveyard stuff. I think I don't want the extra skill set right now. I'd rather try to win through maybe Senile isn't that good. Or Basilia dies really hard to Chronicles. I mean Senile at least tries to discard. Yeah, I think I do this then. Or do I care about Shimpa at all? It prevents Nutzel turns from them. Fine, I guess I'll try this. So hopefully this works out for me. Yeah, this hand's quite good. So let's redevelop Cityscape pitching this time. I can probably afford to pitch Hostage Situation, and just to make sure I hit all my land drops going up the curve. they have ways of blowing up creatures on 2 now, right? Like they can Final Fate my star-studdeds now. I still think it's probably still worth like just keeping lands in hand for stuff. Uh, do I want to like give them extra information about what's in my hand right now? By the way, I fetch. I need ring, so like I'm definitely going to Primal Fisher next turn. And I guess I probably like need double. Yeah, I'll just fetch Forest for now and like grab a Plains, and then that's Basilia for next turn or for next turn. This can fetch Swamp on curve. Yeah, okay, sure. Play Star Setted and hope that this thing connects. They can answer it now at least, so that's not that good for me. But hopefully they like, from what I can tell, they only have Final Fate as their like that's the only way of killing Star Setted. So hopefully that happens. They can also put up Mad Dork in front, but then they need to like yeah, Mad Harvesters is 2 toughness, so like Star Setted will be able to attack through it. Yep, that happens, and this is going to flashback, so that's going to be extra annoying for me. Nympha, that's going to be like, it might matter eventually. So I just play Alrata and hope that it survives. They can't have too many removal spells, right? And that's grabbing me, I guess I'll grab Nascent Life. No, I do not want my non-basics to get blown up. Well, the thing is I do need this thing to eventually cast Shamfa, so yeah, I grab that. The problem with jamming Vasilia next turn is that it gets Chronicle of Extinction, and that's really bad for me. Okay, they milled over some cards. The problem with Final Fate too is that it flashes back and you can just 4 mana to blow up something up again. Like it's extremely efficient for what it does, which I'm kind of annoyed by, but whatever. Playing Vasilia here, I can Vasilia flip it and then start, because they can't Final Fate the Vasilia, right? Or they can. Not if I flip into hexproof one. Can they deal with hexproof Vasilia at all? They can Czar it, but I'll run the Visionary to play around the Czar. I think that's probably the best thing to be doing right now. And then that leaves me open for Skelta next turn if Alranta survives. And they can't Skelta next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, so that's probably my best play right now. Sure. So Basilia and immediately flip this thing because I do not want to expose this thing to being able to be attacked through annotation. Actually, like, okay, so let me think, because what's Basilia actually vulnerable to? They could have also brought in out with the old, like they definitely could have brought this thing in, right? So I guess I do need to play around that. Like, I guess they could just go out after my Alrata Visionary, but then if they do that, I just Unflinching Tight. Okay, yeah, I guess I make this thing hexproof then. So this thing doesn't attack into Skelta super well now, but they're still 1 turn away from a Skelta, so I hope that Skelta doesn't like come down and brickball this thing. And also, I have my own Skelta, so like, if they have Skelta lines, then I can get out my Skelta first. So like, if they want to spend their entire turn blowing up Alrata Visionary, that'd be my guess, I guess. Oh wait, they can blow up Alrata Visionaries for 3. Why is this card so efficient? Why the hell is this card so efficient? I mean, why am I complaining? I'm playing a super efficient deck too. That's another Alrata Visionary. Do I want that over Unflinching Titan? Unflinching Titan guarantees that I probably can land one of these guys next turn. Like, they can Skelta me next turn. Like, Skelta into Chronicles would be Chronicles blowing up one of my lands. And that would put me off 6 mana. Galrath like grabs me a land for next turn though, so I think it ends up being better for me to do that. Unflinching Titan, I mean, it's a 5/5. It's a lot hard to get rid of on board. They have another Final Fate though, so they can definitely start going after my guys. No, I mean, Alrata Visionary gives them another target for their thing, and I just hope that they don't use, like, they target Alrata instead of playing their big thing. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that logic. Alright, Gaunt Picking. Gaunt Picking is way too greedy right now, right? Because if I take Gaunt Picking and then they blow up my Alrata Visionary, I don't have plays next turn. And like, I have all these, like, I have a lot of good cards in hand right now. I don't need to take the risk of picking up Gaunt Picking. So play out Nascent Lightning and naming, here, let's name White for now. Actually, they kind of have to go after my Alrata Visionary to prevent the Consonance from coming down next turn. I mean, they have to go after my mana sources. They can still go after one of my lands, but I don't think they can go after both. Well, Chronicle is 5, it's 6 mana. Okay, so they can Skelta me, but they can't do both. Yeah, they can't Skelta into Chronicles, so I guess I just pitch Do I want Skelta? I can Skelta into Shinfa, but I can also discard Skelta right now and then do Skelta from graveyard. That only gets me one, or gets me 2 extra mana. So then Skelta from graveyard, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still can't do the big play. Okay, so that means I discard Influencing Titan. I can't prevent Skelta attacks from going. Okay, they can just do that. Yeah. Well, at least I can still do the Skelta play that I wanted to do. And I doubt they're willing to block a Skelta this turn. Oh, that's Consonance. And they did manage to play me off Consonance mana for a turn, at least. They're going to Skelta attack and discard my Consonance. Is there a way to prevent the Skelta attack from coming through? Like, what's the best thing Shenfa can get back? I can Shenfa and then Mice to blow up all creatures. I mean, actually Shenfa does make Skelta slightly worse because they can't do both things with it. So then, what am I looking? I can Shenfa Mice to grab. Oh, I can do that to grab Unflinchy Titan. I can grab Unflinchy Titan or I want that Visionary. Which one's safer? I think I want to grab Unflinchy Titan and get back Forest. So then I have Constance available through a board. No, I want to grab around the Visionary because then that gives me a card in hand to protect against discarding me or discarding my Grand Constance. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. So do I attack first or do I attack? I think I attack first. Actually, does Simpa just die if I don't do that? Do I need to leave back creatures to protect Simpa? Assuming I get back around the Visionary, I have 2 guys in play to protect those 2 things. That thing's at 2 in loyalty. Yeah, I need to leave Vasilia back to block. They can get a bunch of mana. They can get enough mana for Chronicles, can't they? Well, no, they can't because of how Skiltha's how Skiltha's timing works out. Okay, so I guess this works out for me then. If they swing a Skiltha, I'm trading Vasilia for it, I think. We did discard Chronicles. Play out Shenfa. Is there anything other to do other than Mycene to do here? I think Mycene, I think Mycene Skiltha or Mycene Shenfa is the safest thing to be doing, even if it looks kind of iffy. Well, I mean that is a land for next turn, so I just have to hope that Shenfa manages to do its thing. They can Chronicles me, and then they untap a Skiltha. Well, that's actually kind of bad if they do that. Unless they do that, then what? So they spend 4 mana. They have 2 floating. They still can't distribute the mana the way they want though. So they get to Chronicle Awakening one of my things. I wonder if I should have just okay, they're going to Czar me. That's fine. Yeah, the Mice isn't that bad for me. Skiltha, sure. I'll pitch the planes, and I think I trade my own Skiltha into it. Or do I want to do that? I can trade Vasilia into it and then get a good block going on for next turn. Or oh wait, now that I think about it, I can't let Skiltha die or else they empty my last card in hand, and that's a Constance that I really need access to. But if I let Alrata Visionary die, then I can't Constance next turn. What's the best play here then? I can jump with Alrata, and then hope to top deck a land. Or, wait, Senpai can mines to get back lands. Okay, never mind, this works out for me then. And what? Excuse me? Okay, so, I guess their plan just didn't work out. Yeah, I guess they didn't realize that Senpai had that. Oh, well, that's really good for me, because now I get to resolve Consonance. And they go to minus, do I need to play around exile stuff? If I sack Skiltha, I get to bring back Skiltha. Yeah, my main worry right now is that they have the exile card. Well, no, if they had it, they would have used it by now, right? Or maybe they're just misplaying and that's why they haven't used it by now. I think I sack Vasilia though, because I really want Skiltha to be around right now. And yeah, if they have the exile card, they would have used it now to prevent me from activating Shenfa, so they probably don't have it. Hostage situation. I guess that's for after resolving Constance. So I'm going to Shenfa back. Sure, I'll grab a planes for now, and then resolve Constance. I'm assuming they don't have a response, right? So this is going to work out for me. This was almost bad. But yeah, this could have been really bad, but I guess it's not absolutely horrid. So I mean, I'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm actually at enough permanence to activate Sky Pillar. So do I want to do anything with Czar? I mean, I can Czar minus to force a sack, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm sacking with Czar. Like, I can't prevent Skilta from going through. So I'm probably Czar plussing then to. I mean, they can get really big Chronicles out. And really get really big Chronicles off. Well, I mean, so I always kill Czar here, I think, unless I want to go face. But I care about what Czar. Czar forces me to sack a 3-drop. Like, yeah, they could just play a really big Chronicles and well, no, they can't, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It means that I can't afford to Czar minus right now because that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah, as long as they don't Czar minus here, then they can't sack Silsa, which means they can't play a really big yeah, they can't play a really big Chronicles. Yeah, so I do this here. Let's get Czar out of here for now. I have Sky Pillar up again. I'll probably use it. Yeah, I'll probably just use it to activate, like make it 1/1, and then I'll just drop down Hostage Situation for now and see what's in their hand. Actually, yeah, sure. Let's get rid of Chronicles, and I'll also grab I'll grab an Aranth Visionary while I'm at it. And so then that means Zara is plussing to make a guy. Sure. Right, return. Okay, so that's a 2/2. And pass the turn. That was a really good turn for me. So yeah, this is exactly how I need to win. What I need to do to win the game. I just need to get really good turns like this. And I mean, also my opponent just misplayed by not realizing that Shinfa has a new ability now. And Shinfa at least is doing stuff, so that's good for me. Like, yeah, maybe Shinfa is actually worth keeping around. The passive is actually pretty good to flip off Consonance. Oh, they get to activate Skill Sub from the graveyard, but they can't cast any more spells this turn, so it doesn't matter. I wonder if they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're getting really close to just having they're just hard casting Chronicles, and that's a problem. And they're not gonna do anything. Okay. Well, can I lethal them from this range? I don't think I can. I think I need to top deck removal so I can lethal them. Oh well, that's removable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I remove Skilta, and then I swing with everything. Remove Skilta, Sky Pillar to Skilta, swing with everything. Or Sky Pillar to Sunsoaker maybe? If I get back anything that matters, right? No, I can't. Okay, so let me just count again. Because them jumping with Arante is also good for me. So 7, 8, 12, 14. If I Sky Pillar here, then I guess Sky Pillar here, put a berry here, and swing with everything, then they're kind of forced to block everything. And then Czar minus. Okay, Czar minus, gone picking, and then swing with everything. 8. Yeah, 8. They block here. 8, 9, 10. That's still not enough to win. And if Skillska dies, then they just get to hardcast this thing. Oh, actually no. Right. So no matter what I do here, I'm always going to gone picking the Skillsa here. Gone picking was an amazing top deck for me. Sunsoaker actually gets a counter. Well, only when I attack with exactly 2 creatures. Is that going to happen here? No, I don't think so. Combat math is hard. Well, I mean, I guess this guy's flying now. Does this thing get permanent? No, it gives flying for 1 turn. Oh, whatever. I'm bad. I'm bad at combat math. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Or, oops, that untaps everything. They're forced to at least do some jumping here, right? To not die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, no, they don't have to do jumping. Well, I'm really bad at combat math. Why I think they needed to jump here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can just take here and go down to 1, and I can't prevent Chronicles being copied a bunch of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They just have Chronicles. They can just Chronicles blow up 3 things and get back Skilsa. Wait, this suddenly turned really bad for me. Well, no, if they get bad Skilsa, they can't still. Okay, so I just need to make sure I have a really big board after they blow up all my things. And they go down to 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they're going to pitch 1 card. Did they pitch Skilsa? Oh, yeah, what do I do here? I think I need to Czar minus to get one of the Aranth Visionaries off the board, because I can't really afford to let them have that thing around, and it doesn't matter anyways if they just Chronicles me because they're going to board wipe with the -2/-2 mode. this thing goes away. Yeah, Sunsoaker gets killed. Alright, well, I think I might lose this just because like I fumbled the end there a bit. Definitely fumbled the ending. Like I just need to but I just need to prevent them from being able to like stabilize. They get one big Chronicles and then so what, like sack board wipe? That still lets me sack my 1/1s. They only get one big Chronicles and then I guess they get to recast something. They're just going for one big Chronicles off the bat, I think. Uh, uh sure. Yeah, so they're going to can they go for two big Chronicles? No, they can only I'm pretty sure this only lets them go for one big Chronicle. Yeah, like it is a lot of mana, but it's not enough to do everything they want, right? And like, yeah, they can go after my lands, but it's not that bad if they do. And they can go after my planeswalkers, but they're still dead on board, I think. Wait, they can just put 3 perms into play. Well, that's fine because they can't cast any more spells, so they can't like affect my board anymore with that thing. So they can gain a bunch of life. Oh yeah, that's no, their board's pretty bad. If they gain a bunch of life, I think I still have lethal afterwards. I definitely didn't play this game super well, but I mean, I still got bailed out in the end. So I still think I end up winning this, unless they like do the first mode 3 times and put down 3 insane things. But unless their things also blow up my board, they can't stop the lethal from coming through. And I don't think they have any perms that can blow up the board. And like Shenfa being around makes things really annoying for them because they can't cast multiple spells. So I think I'm actually in a very good spot right now. Okay, they're going to... Oh yeah, that does let them cast another spell with... Yeah, that... Huh. Well, does that let them... I mean, that's not great, but that's not the worst thing in the world. Like, I don't get screwed over as much as I could have gone screwed over by. They still need to prevent themselves from dying to my onboard guys. Can they recast... They can recast Chronicles, can't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, they're one match. No, wait, one. They can recast Chronicles. Okay, that's bad. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a way for me to not lose to this particular situation, but I'm not exactly sure what it was. Actually, it might be just like, did they already? Oh, right, they can Chronicles of Extinction now. That wipes their board, but it doesn't wipe their board. No, the time doesn't work. If they want the Chronicles of Extinction, I don't think they can wipe both skill set and my other things. I definitely should have put a counter on Sunsoaker though, because that would have allowed me to. Alright. Yeah, that's like Hardcast Chronicles. For a sec, why are they exiling my yard? That doesn't do anything. Okay, well, so I lose my guys. My entire board gets wiped. Well, I mean, half my board gets wiped, and I lose my entire graveyard. Or no, the time doesn't work out here. Okay, so what? Zara should be dead. So around Sunsoaker and Redeveloped. Wait, why is Redeveloped here? So Sunsoaker and Redeveloped don't get exiled. Everything else gets exiled. And now I need to get 1 damage. Constant. I know my deck's really good top decking Constance, but not if my opponent's going after my lands. Okay, so what's my play here? Because like I just don't have stuff now. Yeah, I mean this is just not a great matchup. I also did not get any of the Soul Guide Lanterns, which I was really hoping to find eventually. Oh, so waiting here doesn't help me at all. Skill set attacking will just make this thing. Oh, actually, so they just block the skill. Okay, the fact that skill set is a 7/7 is actually a problem for me because they can just jump here and then yeah, somehow that actually ends up biting me. I mean, I wouldn't be able to cast Grand Constance anyways off the skill set, I think, but or actually no, I'll do this anyways. You can start. They're actually out of hard cast, or they're out of the big flashback spells now. So like, oh well, they have Chronicles still. Yeah, where's my Grave Hate when I need it? I mean, I guess I'm getting punished for running only. No, they are going to block here. I mean, I guess they figured that like I can't actually hard cast, or I can't cast Grand Constance off this mana base. I mean, the funny thing is, like, I feel like this could have actually mattered, or the way I fetched could have mattered because didn't I grab a Nascent Living Elder Basic sometime earlier this game? So they just attack and then loot. Do I have any outs right now? Like, how hard is it for my deck to do 1 damage to their face off with no board presence? I don't think my deck can do that. Wait, no, there is one out, which is Archon of Condemnation, which I completely boarded out this game. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. What's do I have anything else? No, I don't really. I'll just keep Skeleton in my graveyard for now. Actually, no, they can just go Chronicles Graveyard Exile mode. Well, if I can get them to use a Graveyard Exile mode. Chronicles doesn't do anything else currently. Okay, they have that thing. They milled over Skeleton. Maybe my deck should be more Skeleton focused too. I don't think Consonance can afford to run Vorpal Titan, especially since I also run some number of non-basics. You know, Unlock the Visionary is just so much better in their deck because they actually have good artifacts they can run instead of just like I still have no idea why there's like no good artifacts in the format for Constance to run. Ever since Cultivator got nerfed, or ever since Forgotten Cultivator got nerfed, there's like just no good artifacts for me to be running, and then like I don't know why this thing got nerfed too, because I'm pretty like it was fair at a 3-3. Oh yeah, I'll switch this. Like, but like I'm pretty sure it was fair at its having the thing go off on enters and ETB as a 3-3, and like they also I know it's because they wanted to nerf runes, but they also nerfed other red black runes card, and I'm pretty sure that thing killed the deck way more than Cultivator nerf ever killed it. So I'm not sure why Cultivator also is still nerfed. I mean, so my opponent doesn't actually know that I boarded out of my Archon combinations. So for all I know, like they're still sweating over an Archon top deck right now. They're what? Chronicles again. Okay, my deck needs way more Grave Hate. I need to look for a good Grave Hate deck that like works with the rest of the deck and isn't just Lantern that does nothing when it comes down and then does more nothing when like I run Lantern because it's an artifact, but if I'm flipping Lantern off Constance, I feel like it's already too late for the Grave Hate to do anything. I should definitely be running something that's better at Grave Hating than Lantern. Honestly, maybe I should have like on that turn where I attacked Czar instead of face. Maybe I should have attacked face because the Czar minus like they have things attacked to the Czar minus around the Visionary. Cool. What does this grab me? Hey, look, that's three of my. Is that only two of? Yeah, that's three of my Grand Consonances this game. Yay. Okay. Anyways, I'm down one game now, so I need to win my next three games to make it to top cut. But yeah. So I mean, like, I don't think Constance is that good of a deck currently. People keep saying that like it's really scary and stuff, but the fact is that Constance just constantly loses this stuff. And the only reason I've been performing so well is that this deck just top deck really well. So sometimes I go on lucky streak and absolutely stomp over people. But if I don't get the right sequence of draws with this deck, or I'm just running into a deck, like there's definitely a lot of sequence of draws for my opponent where I just really can't do much against if they're playing any sort of if they're playing a deck that has answers and stuff, because if they're blowing up my Mad Dorks and I don't draw my lands, and then I just draw a top end after that, then my deck just kind of alters over itself. Is there like any? Let me load up the replays tab. But yeah, like, was there anything I could have done this game? There just wasn't much I can do against big Chronicles. So I went for Hexproof Acelia. Okay, so my opponent did not have any. No, they had Final Fates. Yeah, they could have done a pretty big Final Fate onto Vasilia. Oh no, that would still be fine for me, right? Because if they're doing a big Final Fate onto Vasilia, they're not doing big Final Fates onto around the Visionary instead. Yeah, I think I should have been doing 7/7 Trampo Vasilias instead of the Hexproof Vasilia. Like there was no reason to play around those sorts of things. Yeah, but at least like flipping Vasilia on the turn it comes down. At least I like learned my lesson from game one because that plays around Chronicles. Although to be fair, maybe I should have just played out Unflinching Titan instead. Like what was I playing around there? I was playing on Chronicles. Well, the other Chronicles was 6 mana, so it didn't matter. Okay, so I should have just been playing around Chronicles on 4. In which case, like I jammed Basilia. Yeah, maybe it was better to just play on Flinching Titan here, because that guarantees that I get to 6 mana, or it guarantees that I get to 5 mana next turn. No, that's okay. Yeah, so Unflinching Titan means that I don't use up all of my mana, but it means that I'm guaranteed to Skillset the turn afterwards, or Skillset or Shimfa the turn afterwards, which would have been way better for me than whatever this was. And then I guess there wasn't really much. Okay, so yeah, like here I can't. Wait, why did I not Skillset? What was the samurai here? Oh, okay. So I did a 6 drop. Oh, let me go back. So on this turn, oh wait, I had Basilia out first. Right, Basilia out first. I had Armata, and then apparently I was at 4 lands, and then I decided to Armata instead of. Well, I didn't actually have another plan. Yeah, so that's why I should have gone for flinching instead, because it also makes my curve way better in the case where my Armata got blown up, as this clearly showed. And then yeah, my opponent's doing skeletal things now. And I did get. Okay, so yeah, if I went for the other play, I would have had 6 mana Gilta out and then Grand Consonance in hand, which would have been that would have been in a way better position. Actually, that means I probably would have just pitched Basilia over Unflinching Titan, or like if Unflinching Titan was played instead, I would just pitch Basilia because I had all these 6 drops already. And then like after that, so I eventually got Constance down, right? Or oh yeah, I did Constance by doing some 5- on the lands, something like that. And like I guess on this turn, right? This was the turn I was thinking of. I could have swan at face instead of Czar. Czar plus was still kind of threatening, but like Czar minus doesn't actually do that much in this board state, right? Because like if they Czar minus pull up Skilta, or if they Czar minus, I think I sack my own Czar. I was not doing Czar minus here because I don't want them to sack Skilta, right? To prevent the big Chronicles from going off. So like if I attack face, I think I would have actually been fine sacking Czar to their Czar this turn, because then that lets me attack face again with Skilta the turn afterwards and kill them. Okay, yeah, that was a misplay then. I mean, I didn't know it was in their hand. Maybe they had removal or something. Like they could have had removal for all I care about, but I mean, they already used up all their final fates, right? Or at least most of them. They could Chronicles from hand, but it wouldn't have been that good. Yeah, I think I definitely should have attacked fates with this flying skill set instead of whatever this was, and then end up not getting lethal, because like I'm the beatdown in this matchup because I can't prevent them from getting big, from doing the big Chronicle flashback thing if they give them too much time and they get enough mana. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Lesson learned, I guess. I just lose here. Was there anything in game one? Okay, so like game one, the biggest difference in game one here. So here, like, yeah, this was the big turn where it mattered. Where I swing with Dater, put out a Basilia, and then played Basilia and then Plus instead of flipping it right away. And then it immediately gets blown out by Chronicles. And then I actually have no. I mean, yeah, it gets immediately blown up by Chronicles, and then I have absolutely no follow up because like yeah, the Gon pickings have no targets. Archon is not castable off these colors because I decided to put the land aura on the white producing land. So I mean, if it's stuck if I stuck land aura on the black producing land, I still wouldn't have been able to cast Archon because of how the colors. Okay, yeah, so this was just extra bad all around. But like on this turn, if I played Basilia and then it flipped it right away, then like they can't Chronicles, but then I just sack Starsetted, so they're still starting out 7/7, which puts them on a 3-turn clock, and then it's like Basilia would have been able to swing past Skilsa. I mean, they still do their like Chronicles thing, but they probably just chump Basilia and get in their Skilsa, and that lets them cast a big Chronicles, and okay, yes, and then that doesn't work out anyways. Actually, do they get to cast big Chronicles? So Skilsa nets them +2 mana, and they get like 8 mana until they're still 1 mana off the big Chronicles. So maybe not. But like at this point, I'm just too far behind to do anything. But yeah, like flipping Basilia right away might have gotten me a win here. It depends on how the rest of the game lines up. No, wait, this would have worked out because well, I would have been slightly massacred though. So I mean, I could have also just played out Sunsoaker and did nothing else. I mean, that's bad. I that's too slow. I don't think that's good. So yeah, Basilia flipping it right away would probably been correct. And then they still do the play, but like I have a 7/7 play swinging every turn, and eventually like I eventually draw out of the mass group, and then since I already had Basilia in play, I would have been able to actually do stuff, like just remove stuff and still swing at the same time, and maybe that would have been enough to win. But yeah, so down 1 game. Hopefully I win my next 3, and failing that, hopefully I feel like I'm probably not going to perform super well next month either with Constance. But whatever.